my mom's family originally from Zacatecas, Mexico, which is also towards the middle of Mexico. Jalisco, Zacatecas is a big place. Her parents are from there, and they migrated to Mexicali, Mexico, to better their future and pick crops and stuff over there. They were picking cotton and stuff like that. That was the big thing in Mexicali. And my dad, grandpa would tell my mom about how beautiful the United States was because my grandfather worked in the Bracero in 1940-something when the war was here. They hired all the Mexicans to come over legally and work. So my grandfather worked all over the United States, Washington, and he'd tell stories about how cold it was and they weren't used to it and stuff like that. And he always told my mom how beautiful United States was, how beautiful it was. So my mom, when she was 15, started working over there, picking olives. And they moved back from Mexicali to Ensenada. So she'd get jobs and jobs, and she always helped run a store that my grandfather owned. And when she was 16, she decided to come. She said, it's not for her over there. Some guy wanted to marry her, and she said, I don't want to get married. She told my grandpa, I want to go to the United States. So she made it down to the United States, and 16 years old, and stayed with some other people. Someone knew somebody in Wilmington, which I think the Andrade family. There's a couple Andrade families, but I don't know. I'm not sure which one it was. She stayed with for a couple of days, got a job, and got an apartment right quick. Like in a month's time, she did all that. My dad's from San Luis Potosí, Mexico, which is in the middle of Mexico. It's the biggest state of Mexico. It borders up, I think, 5 or 6 different states. And he came down to Tijuana, but they had a guy from there that lived in Tijuana, and they would stay there. They'd get a job and work, and then they got their legal residency or be able to cross the border. And he came to Wilmington. He had other family members here from Wilmington. The Vigils were already here. They're a pretty big family in Wilmington, and they were somehow related to him. So they boarded him for a while, and he got a job, and he did good. He had a lot of different jobs. He worked at Wixon Brothers, which is owned, it was a fiberglass company in Signal Hill, which was owned by the Pina family from Wilmington, which is also a big family. And he worked there for a long time. He also worked at a ceramic place. It's called California Originals. And if you remember back in the days, people used to smoke, and they had little figurines and all these beautiful things, and they used to make all that stuff there. And it was a real big company back in the days. And it's a place where all the Mexican people worked from in the area. So I guess my mom worked there, and I guess that's where they met, and the whole love story happened or whatever. And they got married, and then I was born.